Hi, this is Michelle. I'm going to show you a way to anchor your floss on the back of your felt without using a knot. Now, this isn't something that I made up. This is something I learned. So this isn't my idea, but I'm going to share it with everybody because I think it's a really good idea. So I'm doing the outline stitch on this L, and a lot of, I'm working right on the edge here. And if I were doing knots, this was going to get really ugly on the edge because sometimes the knots pull or they stick out. Sometimes they even come untied. So here's a way to do this without knotting your floss. So I've got about an 18-inch piece of red floss, and I've got my small needle from my Bucilla kit. And I'm going to put both ends of my red floss through this needle. And then I have a loop here at the end. So for this, I'm almost done with this L. But I wanted to show you, because I think this will help a lot of people, because I hear a lot about knotting. You know, they don't know how to knot, or the knots come undone, or whatever. So I'm going to come up from the back, right at where this line is. And I'm going to come up like kind of like on an angle. So I'm going to like come through this edge here because I want to make sure that that line is going to be totally covered. So when I come up from the back, it's going to leave this little loop back here. So leave a little bit of the loop, and then I'm going to go back down. And as I come through, I want to catch that loop. So go through that loop, and that's what's going to anchor your floss back there, so you don't have to knot it. And then pull it, and then you can continue doing your outline stitch, chain stitch, whatever stitch you're doing here. You can just continue and do your stitch, and you don't have knots. So there's no knots at all on the back of this, which, and I had started, I knotted the fabric, or knotted the floss, and I started doing it, and it started looking really ugly with all these knots. So I took it out, and I said, okay, I'm going to try this. So I saw this the other day. A lady was doing cross stitch. So again, not my idea, but I wanted to share it. And it works. I mean, if you're using 4 strands, it works the same. 3 strands, not so much, because you can't pull all 3 through and then make that loop, because then you'd have 6. But yeah, so that's how you can do this without knots. It doesn't matter. My back is going to be covered anyway, but those knots were kind of really making a mess and looking ugly. So there you go. If you don't already know it, you can give it a try.